Greyhound View this week, we take a look back at the semi-finals of the Ladbrokes 575 from Shelbourne Park, as well as the quarter-finals of the Co-op Superstore's Irish Laurels from Cork. We chat with English trainer Jason Foster, and we take a look at the highlights from the second round of the North West Derby from Lifford. But first, it's action from Harold's Cross. There was plenty of action at Harold's Cross last Friday with the semi-finals of the BCR Press Drupes Vieri Puppy Derby and the final of the Bagot Racing Irish Grand National, the latter getting a €4,000 boost to the winner's prize this year, which resulted in the winner netting a grand total of €10,000 plus trophy. We join Michael now for the semi-finals of the Puppy Derby.
The first semi-final of the BCR Press Drupes Vieri Puppy Derby in 1 Pete's Noble, 2 Lenson Supreme, 3 Top Bow, 4 Ballymacule, 5 Have a Go Hero, and the favourite number 6 Tom Shea Boy going from 6. The favourite in 6. Can he get his break? Away to go. Not too well away. It's number 5 Have a Go Hero leading up from 3 Top Bow. Number 1 Pete's Noble on the inside, and Tom Shea. Oh, there's a lot of trouble there. And now it's number 5 Have a Go Hero leading, but number 4 Ballymacule slips through into second place with 1 Pete's Noble in third, and then Lenson Supreme down the far side, and number 4 Ballymacule challenges 5 and leads into the third bend from 5 and 2. Oh, and number 5 is turned over. 2 Lenson Supreme is balked, and now number 3 Top Bow comes through to second, but it's all over because Ballymacule is way out clear in front. He takes this one from number 3 Top Bow in second, and 2 Lenson Supreme is third. A race that had a lot of trouble in it, but once number 4 Ballymacule turned second into that back straight, he was going to take all the beating. The result of that first semi-final of the Puppy Derby, the winner number 4 Ballymacule, owned by Mark Whale, second number 3 Top Bow, and third number 2 Lenson Supreme, the time 28.72. The second semi-final of the BCR Press Drupes Vieri Puppy Derby in 1 Bobo, 2 Drupes Cahill, 3 Side Cash, 4 Jack Spark, 5 Early Mist, and in 6 is Ballymac Returns, the hare behind the traps. And away they go, and it's a level start. Number 6 out well, Ballymac Returns, Early Mist, number 5, just the leader. There's 4 of them in a line going to the bend. More trouble on the corner as number 2, that's Drupes Cahill, the favourite, leads out of second bend by about 2.5 lengths from 3, Side Cash in second, down the far side. And it's number 2, Drupes Cahill, a lead of 3 lengths into the third bend from 3, Side Cash in second. This looks like the favourite. It's Drupes Cahill out front. Number 3, Side Cash, running well in second. Number 5, Early Mist in third, but number 4 comes on fast as Drupes Cahill wins it from number 4, Jack Spark in second. It's close for third. The time is 29.55. The result of the second semi-final, the winner, number 2, Drupes Cahill, owned by Brian Peters and Brendan Keogh. Second, number 4, Jack Spark, and third, number 3, Side Cash. The time 28.55. The trap draw for Friday's final of the BCR Press Drupes Vieri Puppy Derby final in 1 Jack Spark, 2 Lenson Supreme, 3 Drupes Cahill, 4 Top Bow, 5 Side Cash, and 6 Ballymacule. This could well be down to an early pace battle between Drupes Cahill and Top Bow. They totally dominate the market, and Drupes Cahill has the best draw. He could lead all the way to win it, and that would be a happy result for the sponsors. Number 5, Cannon Tom in second. Further back to number 3, Top Up Jim, being shackled by number 6, Carlos Cruiser. Was forced to check there, but it's number 2, Selby Ben, who's going to lead round the final bend up the home straight over the final hurdle. He wins it in style. Second, number 5, Cannon Tom, down towards the third bend, and it's number 5, Frightened Pig, holding on by about a length at this stage, being challenged now by number 2, Best of the Bunch. Moves up to take it up on the inside. Last year's national winner leads off the final bend here from 5, Frightened Pig over the last. It's 2, Best of the Bunch in front, going to win it. It's close for second between number 5, Frightened Pig, and number 1 later. The favourites out of it, the time 29.90.
After 18 years in the business and 6 years as a trainer in his own right, Jason Foster and his father Tommy, based in Caston in Kent, assembled a team of dogs to travel to Ireland to compete in the Bagot Racing Irish Grand National. We spoke with Jason earlier in the week and asked him about the differences between hurdle and flat training.
The training isn't any different. You still do the same routine with the dogs, but I would say definitely for a hurdler, the main key is experience. They have to have experience. I would say, in my opinion, school him plenty. Just give him plenty. Every day, pop him up and down over hurdles to give you a very strong base for the dog, and also his confidence. in the final itself there's 5 English dogs and 1 Irish dog. It shows that the majority of the English dogs will have a lot of racing in England over hurdles, and whereby when they jump in a hurdle, the English dog would mostly take a length out of the Irish dogs. I think that's where it tells. In the final itself speaks for itself. The English dogs have definitely got the upper hand.
3 of Jason's original 7 made it through to the final.
Selby Ben got trap 2. It is actually his favourite box, so I'm delighted he got trap 2. Very pacey customer. He's not the quickest of breakers. He does all his running coming off the second bend, and he shows remarkable pace down the back straight. Very pleased with that draw. Frightened Pig, middle runner. I'm very pleased with that draw as well. He is a middle runner. Very pacey customer again. He's got the perfect draw. Cannon Tom, he's got trap 5, which I'm very pleased about. He tends to run wide going up to the first bend. He's got a lot of early pace and he likes to swoop in at the first bend. I'm very pleased with all the draws. Couldn't be any happier with them.
The 2002 Bagot Racing Irish Grand National winner, Best of the Bunch, running from trap 1 again this year, is the biggest danger in Jason's view.
He's a very pacey dog. He tends to run with dogs. He could match dogs for pace. So if there was going to be any dog, it would definitely be Best of the Bunch.
Over the final hurdle, number 1, Best of the Bunch, number 3, Leitrim Macho, up to the line, Best of the Bunch gets there for Johnny Dunhu.
We now join Michael to see how Jason's charges got on in the final.
In trap 1, Best of the Bunch, owned by T&P Spinks, trained by Mark Cotty, son of Tom's the Best and Stapler's Rhythm, the winner of this national last year, bidding for a double this fellow, and perfectly housed. Number 2, the hot favourite, Selby Ben, owned by Norman Melbourne, trained by Jason Foster, a son of Vintage Prince and Farlow Crib. He equalled the track record in the semi-final with a stunning 29.19 run. Not the best early, but he really flies down the back. Number 3, that's Frightened Pig, owned by Rennie Clifford, trained by Jason Foster, a son of Fright and Miss Piggy. Just beaten here by Best of the Bunch in the semi-final. A veteran performer at this stage, but a mighty good hurdler. In 4, we have Horseshoe Paddy, owned by John and Pamela Desmond, trained by Kevin Connor, a son of Velvet Paul and Pelham Mount. Horseshoe Paddy, 29.79 winner in the semi-final, had earlier done faster, 29.71 in the first round. Trap 5, we have the 3rd of Jason Foster's runners, Cannon Tom, owned by the SMB Partnership Syndicate. This fella, son of Tom's the Best and Gather Yourself. Really good early pace, an inexperienced enough hurdler. But he's a dog very much on the upgrade and is going to have a big future over hurdles. In trap 6, the solitary Irish trained runner in the final. This Malbay Trustee, former English tracker incidentally, owned by Ray White, trained by Joe Kenny, a son of Stapler's Joe and Malbay Penny. Just squeezed through to the final with a gutsy performance in the semi-final. This fella can motor to the corner. The favourite Selby Ben goes from 2, bidding to complete the double. English and Irish Grand Nationals away quite well. As 3, Frightened Pig leads up from 2, Selby Ben. He's getting into trouble in the corner as 1, Best of the Bunch bursts through to go into 3rd place. And down the far side, it's 3, Frightened Pig in front, going on by about 2.5 lengths from 5, Cannon Tom in 2nd. Number 1, Best of the Bunch, putting in a big run now, going into 2nd place in the bend. The favourite has it all to do as number 3, Frightened Pig, with a lead of 4 or 5 lengths coming off the last bend. He's not going to be caught, I think. It's number 3, Frightened Pig, number 2, Selby Ben, running on strongly, but 3 has won it, Frightened Pig, in a time of 29.34. Well, the run to the bend proved very vital here. Number 3, Frightened Pig, getting away well. Selby Ben well positioned going to the corner, but this is where he lost his race. Number 1, Best of the Bunch, gets up his inside, bumps him out of the way, loses a lot of ground, drops back to 4th place. Meanwhile, Frightened Pig, the veteran performer, gone out 4 lengths clear now down the far side from Cannon Tom in 2nd. A 1-2 at this stage for the Jason Foster's runners. Number 1, Best of the Bunch, comes flying through at this stage, but caused a bit of bunching there. And now number 2, Selby Ben, gets going again, but it's far too late because Frightened Pig, all the way, a deserving winner. The result of the Bagot Racing Irish Grand National, the winner number 3, Frightened Pig, owned by Rennie Clifford, trained by Jason Foster. 2nd, number 2, Selby Ben, the favourite, and 3rd, number 6, Malbay Trustee. The time 29.34.
A tremendous result, and 1st and 2nd in the end.
Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted. I must admit, throughout the whole competition, I didn't shout any of them home, but believe me, tonight I let all my frustration, everything out, and I screamed them home, and I'm absolutely delighted.
He absolutely did everything perfect. He bombed out, jumped fantastically well, and just stayed on strongly. There was no doubts really at any stage.
Well, no, I'd have thought at one point Selby might have got at him coming up the home straight, but Frightened Pig actually did enough, and it showed there tonight. The lad has actually run the race of his life to win tonight, so I'm absolutely thrilled.
Must be one of your biggest thrills in racing thus far.
Oh, you're absolutely right, it is. And I've always wanted to win the Grand National. Now I've won one. I am very satisfied.
Well, the biggest smile here in Harold's Cross tonight was Irene Clifford. You're absolutely delighted with the victory.
I'm very thrilled because we bred the dog from our stud dog Fly Fright, and the breeder has a lovely staying bitch called Miss Piggy, and the combination brought up Frightened Pig.
You have a beautiful trophy to show for it.
Wonderful trophy, yeah.
Are you going to fill it in the bar?
Well, probably, yes. It's going to be filled many times in the future, I'm sure of that.
Well, Porrick, you're no stranger to Harold's Cross. Welcome back this evening, of course, one of the sponsors of the Bagot Racing Irish Grand National. A very successful night.
Yeah, it seems to be going very well. There's a great crowd here. Everybody's enjoying it. Backing a few winners as well, it helps. So it's all going very well.
On a personal level, you've had a busy few weeks, of course. Last week finishing 6th in the big tournament across the water, and then, well, or prior to that, of course, a new arrival for yourself.
Yeah, well, I've just come off 4 tournaments, and 2 weeks prior to that I had a new baby boy, so obviously life was turned around a little bit at the time. In a nice way, I've got to say. It's a good distraction from my golf. Sometimes I'm a little too focused on my golf, so it's nice to have something there at home that takes me away from it. So it's all very positive.
A few sleepless nights for yourself and Caroline?
Yeah, a few. He's very good, I've got to say that. But yes, it's the usual, same for everybody. But we're getting by it, and it's working reasonably well up to now. Plus, I travel so much, I'm okay.
Well, you have week off this week. Where are you next week?
I'm off again next week, and then I go to Spain for a couple of tournaments. The Telefonica Open in Madrid, and then the Volvo Masters in Valderrama. So a couple of events that I've done well in the past. So I'm looking forward to them.
There was a lot of interest in the quarter-finals of the Co-op Superstores Irish Laurels, which took place at Corraheen Park last Saturday evening. Let's take a look back.
College Prime and Anamore Billy were the two market leaders. With a slick exit, either were going to make a bold bid.
There's plenty of support for number 3. That's College Prime, one of 3 Paul Hennessy runners, and he breaks very well. College Prime down the centre has a length of a lead as they race towards the opening bend. Anamore Billy and Loughnane and Lord there, but it's College Prime out front, and there's huge trouble, and College Prime is now the back marker. Loughnane and Lord, Anamore Billy well in contention. So too Take Me Back and Confident Choice. Our leader, the red jacket, Loughnane and Lord. Anamore Billy in behind. They swing for home in the first of the quarterfinals. Loughnane and Lord is going to hold on at the line.
Droopy's Oasis and Droopy's Rude are riding high in the outright betting, and they met in the second quarter final.
We have 3 second round heat winners in this. Droopy's Oasis in 1, 4 Johnny Jump Up and 5 Magdalen Gold. And the Traps Rise is a fairly level break. Magdalen Gold there as well is Droopy's Rude. Left behind is Droopy's Oasis at the opening bend. It's Oasis Rumble pushed wide. Droopy's Rude takes on the lead now. It's Droopy's Rude from Oasis Rumble. Is it back in contention? Droopy's Oasis is into third right now, but our leader is still Droopy's Rude by 1 from Oasis Rumble. Droopy's Oasis is in third. Into the finishing straight they go. There's a battle on for the line, and it's Droopy's Rude that wins it.
Mustang Buster was a finalist in the Laurels last year, and he's certainly a Cork specialist. He was the one to beat in Heat 3.
Unbeaten so far in the competition too. Jaskita Ladd for the What You Call It syndicate in Killarney, in Kerry. They're away. Jaskita Ladd breaks very well. Phoenix Ice is well up there too. Norrie's Prince. The battle is on for the lead at the opening bend, and it's the red jacket of Mustang Buster that goes on. Mustang Buster leading from Nikita Billy. Still clear by 3 as they head towards the third bend. It's Mustang Buster. This is a very impressive performance from Nikita Billy. Up front, Mustang Buster into the finishing straight. Mustang Buster being pursued here by Nikita Billy, and at the line it's Mustang Buster that holds on.
The last of the 4 quarterfinals looked the most open on paper. Shinawil Bertie was made the favourite at 7-4 in Trop 1.
Shinawil Bertie is the big local hope. He's in box 1, and Shinawil Bertie breaks very well, so too Noel's Pride. The battle is on between this pair up front, and at the opening bend, Shinawil Bertie in trouble with Noel's Pride. They're locked together in battle, and now going through, it's Fiery Lark from Shinawil Bertie. In third, it's Noel's Pride. That's the 1, 2, 3. Fiery Lark holding on from Shinawil Bertie, and Shinawil Bertie is coming back again, and at the final bend they swing for home. Shinawil Bertie and Fiery Lark, and coming back Noel's Pride desperately close at the line.
Following the quarterfinals, Droopy's Rude and Droopy's Oasis remain at the head of the betting for the Co-op Superstores Irish Laurels, and barring accidents, the duo are going to go very, very close.
The 2003 Ladbrokes 575, worth €18,000 in total, reached the semi-final stage last Saturday night at Shelbourne Park. Michael now takes us through the runners.
The first semi-final of the Ladbrokes 575 in 1 Willpower, 2 Fairygate, 3 Chiquita Girl, 4 Charlie Bird, 5 Guess Who's Back, and 6 Bright Man. The favourites number 5 Guess Who's Back. The hare's behind the traps and away they go. It's a pretty level start. Number 5 is out well. Guess Who's Back with number 2 putting in a run on the inside. Fairygate and Bright Man well positioned on the outside around the opening corner. And number 1 gets a great split through them. Willpower into the far side. It's number 2 in front. Fairygate gone on by about 4 lengths from 1 Willpower. 5 Guess Who's Back is there. 6 Bright Man also there on the outside. Third bend and it's number 2 Fairygate from 1 Willpower being passed by Guess Who's Back. Number 6 Bright Man trying to get into it as they come off the final bend. It's number 2 out front. Fairygate going to win this one from number 5 in second. Guess Who's Back, but it's Fairygate the winner. Guess Who's Back second. It's close for third. Probably number 1 Willpower. The time 31:43. The result of the first semi-final, the winner number 2 Fairygate, owned by Maddie Lenan. Second number 5 Guess Who's Back, and third number 1 Willpower. Time 31:43. The second semi-final of the Ladbrokes 575 in 1 Prince Ned, 2 Glenanore Pride, 3 La Fontaine, 4 Glenshane Ranger, 5 Droopy's Ferdy, and 6 Liffy King. The favourites in 5, Droopy's Ferdy. The hare's behind the boxes, he's out quite well, but it's number 2, that's Glenanore Pride leading up. Droopy's Ferdy putting in a big run on the outside of 4 Glenshane Ranger. Going up well on the inside is number 1 Prince Ned. There's all sorts of trouble at the back as Glenshane Ranger runs wide, and Droopy's Ferdy is right out of it, along with Liffy King. Down the far side, there's quite a buckle up front. Number 3 La Fontaine produces a big run into the third bend to head number 1 Prince Ned. Number 2 Glenanore Pride is back in third. Glenshane Ranger putting in a run off the final bend. It's La Fontaine out front, 1 Prince Ned, 2 Glenanore Pride, but it's La Fontaine takes this one. Very close for second, possibly number 4 Glenshane Ranger in second, but La Fontaine wins it in a time of 31:50. The result of the second semi-final, the winner number 3 La Fontaine, owned by Larry O'Rourke, second number 1 Prince Ned, and third number 4 Glenshane Ranger, time 31:50. The trap draw for the final of the Ladbrokes 575 to be run next Saturday night at Shelbourne Park has resulted in 1 La Fontaine, 2 Fairygate, in 3 Prince Ned, trap 4 Willpower, 5 Guess Who's Back, and in 6 Glenshane Ranger.
The way it's come out looks very interesting. The 2 heat winners, 2 semi-final winners, La Fontaine, Fairygate, drawn traps 1 and 2. Fairygate, the first semi-final winner, showed tremendous early pace. And make your favourite really for the final. Looks almost a certain leader. We'll put her in 13 to 8 favourite for the final. La Fontaine, obviously Irish Derby finalist and finished 4th in that, has now made the final of the Ladbrokes 575, and we're pleased that obviously the quality of the competition is upheld by him. He's 2-1 after a very impressive success in the second semi-final. From there on, looks a little bit more open. Guess Who's Back, staying on strongly, put that one in third at 4-1. It's then 6 Willpower, 10 Prince Ned, and 20-1 Glenshane Ranger. So we thought ran well to make the final.
Sunday night saw the quarterfinals of the Northwest Derby at Lifford in County Donegal, and on hand to witness events and celebrate her sister's birthday was Nadine Coyle from the girl band Girls Aloud. But first, Ian looks back at the best of the action on the night.
Derby finalist Droopy Joel was made the hot favourite at 4-6 in the opening quarter-final, and once getting the better of Joe's Duke around the final couple of corners, he stayed on strongly to beat Ashtown Rumble and Jamie's Boy by a length in 30.02. Market leader Swift Pete made most of the running in the second quarter-final, but he just couldn't hold the unbelievable finish of Top of the Best, who got up in the final couple of strides to hit the line the winning time of 30.07. There were some real powerhouses in the third quarter-final, but Ryan Crew Silver, who made the early running, was to stay on strongly to beat Coolavani Euro, who was the favourite. Back in third was number 4 Avenue Summer, the winning time 29.81. Owlert Street was the punter's choice in the final quarter-final, and after a fast start, he made no mistakes and ran out an easy winner, beating Trap 5 Top Gun and number 1 No Better Man, the winning time 29.98. There was a shock elimination in this one for King Craig Brindle.
Nadine took time out of her busy schedule in the pop world to visit her local track. We asked her what she thought of the improvements.
It's lovely, it's a beautiful place. I've known Hugh, he owns the place for years and years, so I just come down to see what the place is like.
Since she became a household name, has it all been a positive experience?
The advantages are that I'm doing the job I want to do. I can sing every day and get paid for it. The disadvantages are just the lack of free time that I actually have. But that's got nothing really to do with the public eye, that's just the job. But it just means that I can do something that I've always wanted to do, like singing is what was my dream I always wanted to do, and I can finally do it now. So we're recording a new album to come out, I think probably April, May of next year. I absolutely love coming to Ireland, and we don't get to a lot because most of the work's done in London. But I'm really trying to get us on to do the John Daly Show for our fourth single. Actually, is coming out November 10th.
Time now to take a look ahead to the fixtures, and on Friday at Harold's Cross it's the final of the BCR Droopy's Vieri Puppy Derby. The semi-finals of the AIB 575 take place at Newbridge, and the closing date for entries for the Newbridge Oaks is Tuesday the 21st of October, with a very attractive bonus on offer. At Youghal it's semi-finals of the Diarmid Coffee Bookmakers Unraced and the Knockhaven Star Southern Sprint. On to Saturday, and at Shelbourne Park it's the Ladbrokes 575 coming to its conclusion, while Carraheen Park hosts the semi-finals of the Co-op Superstore's Irish Laurels. Then Sunday at Lifford it's also the semi-finals of the Northwest Derby, and any interested parties in the Waterford Masters invitation race are asked to contact Kilcoen Park. For quick and concise information on Greyhound form, race cards and a multitude of data, visit the new Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie. Next week we review all the action from the Puppy Derby at Harold's Cross, along with the final of the Ladbrokes 575 at Shelbourne Park and the semi-finals of both the Northwest Derby and the Co-op Superstore's Irish Laurels.